We got to talk some more Miami recruiting as the Canes. They are undefeated. Recruiting momentum is picking up. And this weekend, they got another home game as Duke comes to town. Also, some big name visitors on campus. So before we get going, hit subscribe, Miami fans, to the On3 Recruits channel. This is the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube. We need you locked in. Hit subscribe. All right, let's bring in Azubi Charles from Cane Sport. Azubi, after one exciting weekend, we're heading right into another. We got Duke coming to town. The Canes are undefeated. Recruits are on campus. But I want to kind of backtrack just a minute to last weekend. Know you guys over there at Cane Sport talked to a ton of recruits. Is the narrative starting to change for Miami with the hometown recruits? Because as we know, those Miami recruits, they don't always give the Canes the benefit of the doubt. But now that they're winning, what are you hearing from hometown recruits?
Yeah, no, the in-state prospects are definitely, loving what they're seeing from the Canes. And like you mentioned, especially a lot of South Florida guys, over Mario Cristobal's few years at Miami, he's really been telling these guys, just give me the time, give me the time. Once I bring in my players, you'll start seeing the results. And, I had the chance to speak with TJ Alford, who's right up the road up in Vero Beach. And he said all throughout his visits this summer, Coach Cristobal was telling him, hey, this is going to be the year, we're going to start making those strides and progressions. And you saw that on full display versus Florida State this past weekend, huge, 22-point win. And this is their second win against, in-state rival. They beat Florida by 24 points this year. So after the game, Coach Cristobal kind of emphasized, hey, these are the type of wins that shows recruits the progress you've made in the trajectory of the program. And I feel like what better way to do that than to beat, both your biggest in-state rivals to show recruits, where your program is headed.
Yeah, and I said this on this channel earlier in the week, but that was a very obvious statement that he made. But in recruiting, those little words, they go a long way. So speaking of this weekend, there's some big-time prospects on campus, none bigger, figuratively or literally, than the number one offensive tackle in the 2026 class, Jackson Cantwell. Now, he's from the state of Kansas. What is bringing him down to South Florida this weekend? Hey, Inside Scoop fans and college football recruiting nuts, it's time to upgrade your audio game. You may have a pair of headphones you like, but the battery life, it's too short, or they just don't stay in your ears, or you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars every time you lose an earbud. Enter JLab. JLab is creating headphones, earbuds, and work accessories designed for everyday lifestyle. You guys know the best of the best are wearing them, from Travis Hunter to Ohio State's Will Howard to Quinshon Judkins. So, for travel, here's what we recommend. The JBud Lux over-ear headphones. If you're working out, get the JLab JBuds Sport ANC4, offering a secure fit and a super long battery life for those tough workouts. Discover your perfect pair of headphones. Look for the JLab Blue Box at retailers everywhere or visit jlab.com.
Yeah, so honestly, Miami's production on the field this year, he has a bye week this week. So he's going to be making it down to Miami on Friday, leaving Sunday. So spending a few days down in South Florida. Miami's making a pretty good push of him early, and they're doing a great job of building that relationship. Coach Mario Cristobal is involved. Coach Alex Mirabal, Miami's offensive line coach, is also involved in that. And he really wants to check out Miami. He's never been down there before, and that hot start has definitely caught his attention. So he wants to get a firsthand look at Miami, and will do so this weekend.
Yeah, number one offensive tackle in the class. Now, he's been to Georgia, he's been to Missouri, he's been to Texas A&M, he's been to Ole Miss. He's been around, so getting him on campus early at least ensures that the Canes have a fighting chance when he does go down to narrow his list of schools. Miami getting this visit's huge. Any other 2026 names on your radar right now?
Yeah, the number one tight end of the 2026 class, Kendra Harrison, is going to be making his return to Coral Gables this weekend. During the summer, he made his first trip to Miami. He had a lot of great things to say. I kind of asked about it because, Miami wasn't in his top 15 when he took that visit, down there to South Florida. He said he really, really got a different, perspective, and it kind of changed his view seeing Miami. He said he wanted to make it back on campus, and this is the weekend he's going to be back there. So another big-time prospect in that 2026 class. He absolutely loves what he's seen from Miami on the field. Says the city of Miami itself is great and somewhere he can see himself living in the future. So them getting him back this weekend is another big, move for the Hurricanes in that 2026 class.
All right, before I let you go, speaking of getting guys back on campus, last week we talked a lot about DJ Pickett. Obviously, he didn't make it in. You talked to his father, all that kind of stuff. So as we're about 4 or 5 weeks from National Signing Day, is there any word on whether or not DJ Pickett is going to be back in Miami before signing day?
Yeah, so last time we spoke with his father, Damien, he said they were trying to make it out to this weekend versus Duke, but nothing's set in stone yet. If they don't get him out, in the next couple of weeks, I'm kind of losing faith in that battle a little bit. Obviously, we know LSU is where he's committed to right now, and the Hurricanes are trying a lot to flip him and keep him in state. But if they don't get him back on campus, I think that's going to be a real tough task to do just that. So unless Mario Cristobal and those guys can put a rabbit out of the hat right now, that DJ Pickett commitment to LSU looks pretty strong with him not making it, down to South Florida last week. So we're going to keep monitoring this one, but right now we don't have a set date when DJ Pickett might return to Miami.
Yeah, well, as well as all the Miami fans are going to be on DJ Pickett watch to see if he shows up at Hard Rock this weekend. We'll just have to wait and see, but you guys at CaneSport do a great job, so we will know immediately if he's there. Azubi, Charles, appreciate you dropping by the Inside Scoop before another busy weekend down in Miami.
Thank you guys for having me.